Imagine a world where shedding those stubborn extra pounds is as simple as popping a daily pill, no needles, no fridge storage worries, just effortless weight loss. That's the tantalizing promise of the latest GLP-1 oral medications, poised to revolutionize dieting. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these pills really the game changer they've been hyped to be, or could they unleash a tsunami of unintended consequences? Let's dive into the shocking trial results, potential side effects, and the heated debates every dietitian and the wider public should know about. The concept sounded brilliantly straightforward: swallow one pill each day to watch the pounds vanish. These new oral GLP-1 drugs were meant to rival the effects of Mounjaro, the injectable blockbuster, without the intimidation of injections. For beginners, GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide-1, a hormone that naturally helps regulate appetite by slowing digestion and making you feel full longer. Mimicking this with medication has been a breakthrough for weight management. Yet, when pharmaceutical powerhouse Eli Lilly unveiled the clinical trial data for their groundbreaking pill, Orforglipron, in August, the outcomes fell short of the buzz. Volunteers taking the maximum dose shed just 12.4% of their body weight over 72 weeks. That's not insignificant, but it's less than the 17% some experts had predicted and a far cry from the typical 22% loss seen with Mounjaro, another Lilly product. To put this in perspective, for someone starting at 200 pounds, a 12.4% drop means losing about 25 pounds, helpful, but not transformative for everyone. Compounding the disappointment, 33.7% of participants experienced nausea, and a troubling 10.3% dropped out entirely due to adverse effects. Forget the dream of a hassle-free cure for sugar cravings, this reality hit hard. As the news broke, Lilly's stock tanked 14%, wiping out roughly $75 billion in market value. In the fiercely competitive GLP-1 arena, rival Novo Nordisk, pioneers of the injectable Ozempic, saw their shares jump 6% amid Lilly's stumble. Novo hasn't been immune to the battles, though. Earlier this year, when they seemed to trail Lilly, their CEO was ousted. And despite submitting their own pill for FDA approval in April, they recently announced layoffs for 11% of their staff. So, what's unfolding in the realm of weight loss tablets? Are they worth the hype, or is the reality a harsh pill to swallow? Pharmaceutical firms are tight-lipped, dodging inquiries with excuses about bureaucracy and staff changes. Lilly's spokesperson declined interviews on Orforglipron, and Novo's team hinted that a tour of their Danish headquarters to discuss small molecule pills, those easily absorbed oral drugs, was off-limits due to uncertain roles post-layoffs. I believe many grew accustomed to the obesity market exceeding expectations, notes Sheena Berry, a healthcare analyst at Quilter Cheviot. She attributes Orforglipron's underwhelming results to the obesity narrative losing some luster this year. We might see orals capturing a smaller slice of the US market than anticipated. Injectables will probably remain the kings. And this is the part most people miss. While pills seem more accessible, they might not dominate as hoped. Healthcare experts are sounding alarms, warning that widespread pill adoption could spell disaster. Dr. Claire Thompson, who leads the general practice weight management service at London's Cadogan Clinic, worries about millions using these drugs outside controlled trials. If Lilly secures approval for Orforglipron, rollout could begin as early as next year. Trials can't uncover every possible interaction with other meds people might be taking, she explains. Clinical studies are highly controlled, selecting specific patients, she adds. With injectables, the drug goes straight into the bloodstream for cleaner effects. Oral pills, however, travel through the digestive system, potentially clashing with everyday medications like hormone replacement therapy or antidepressants. Imagine someone on blood thinners mixing in a weight loss pill. The risks could escalate dramatically. That's what keeps me up at night, Dr. Thompson says. Users will need to monitor and report side effects in real time. Accessibility adds another layer of worry. Unlike injectables that require cold storage and overcome needle fears, pills could be sold directly to consumers, bypassing doctors' prescriptions. It's already too simple to obtain Mounjaro without hitting BMI thresholds, as revealed in a recent Daily Mail exposé on a thriving black market for counterfeit injections. GPS are overwhelmed with record waitlists from the surge in demand. With 2.5 million Britons, 1 in 20, using these jabs, the idea of an over-the-counter pill as a quick fix, despite unknown long-term impacts, raises red flags. It'll be even easier to get these pills, Dr. Thompson predicts. That's my big fear, it's ripe for misuse, right? Earlier this month, reports highlighted a booming underground market for fake jabs. And with such popularity, the ease of pill access feels especially alarming. For context, think of how easily people can buy unregulated supplements online, now amplify that to potent drugs. The ATTAIN-1 trial, Orforglipron's phase 3 study launched in 2023, ignited high hopes. Unlike Novo's oral semaglutide, the pill version of Ozempic, approved in the US in April, which must be taken on an empty stomach, Orforglipron is the first small molecule pill absorbed via the gut without extras. Small molecules are tiny compounds that can cross barriers easily, unlike larger peptids. Over 3,120 overweight participants joined, with weight changes tracked for 72 weeks. Nausea wasn't unexpected, it's a common GLP-1 side effect, mimicking the hormone to delay stomach emptying and curb hunger. In Mounjaro trials, nausea hit 33.3%, nearly matching ATTAIN-1's rate. But here's where it gets controversial. Oral forms often worsen gut issues because they pass through the digestive tract. Injectables deliver medication directly to the bloodstream, avoiding the stomach's turmoil, explains Dr. Navdasif, a GP at the London General Practice. Pills can cause more intense gastrointestinal problems, like nausea waves. For oral semaglutide, 6.9% quit due to side effects. For high-dose Orforglipron, it was 10.3%. Reddit anecdotes from anonymous trial participants paint a grueling picture. One described gradual weight loss for 6 months, but then the fullness faded. Another reported renewed nausea on maintenance doses after 5 months. A third noted the drug seeming to stop working and constipation as unbearable. Most disturbingly, one fainted twice after upping to 24 milligrams, feeling incredibly fatigued, like constant sleepiness. Despite this, Lilly's chief scientific officer Daniel Skowronski stayed positive, calling Orforglipron a more convenient injectable alternative. In analyst talks, he said it could reach the masses, be user-friendly, and scalable. Yet, it didn't outshine Novo's semaglutide, a peptid needing higher doses for absorption. By some measures, Orforglipron lagged, 39.6% lost 15% plus body weight versus semaglutide's 50%. Folks expected more, says Lee Brown, a third bridge analyst. That said, not everyone aims for massive loss. For a 5 feet 6 inches woman at 154 pounds, 11 stone, dropping 13%, about 20 pounds, could land her in a healthy BMI mid-range. Here, pill convenience might triumph. And this is the part most people miss. Convenience could drive adoption, even if efficacy wanes. Mr. Brown insists pills aren't overrated, noting Lilly's stock rebound. Market penetration is huge, tons of potential customers left untapped. People skip doctors' queues for online prescriptions shipped home. The winner will make this seamless, he predicts. But Dr. Thompson counters, if OTC, it risks complications and unchecked use by those with eating disorders or body image issues. Mr. Brown agrees pills won't match injectables' power but will be far cheaper. With Lilly jacking up Mounjaro prices in the UK, highest dose from £122 to £330 monthly, 170% hike, Orforglipron aims for value and accessibility. Novo's new CEO Mike Doustar framed their 9,000 layoffs as adapting to a cutthroat, consumer-focused market. Mr. Brown sees it as gearing up to battle Lilly. Yet, competition brews. Corxel's CX11, VCT220, and Jiangsu Hengrui's HRS 7535 are in Phase 3, with others in Phase 2. More players incoming, Ms. Berry warns. Injectables like Lilly's retatrutide, targeting 3 satiety hormones, versus Mounjaro's 2 or Ozempic's 1, could dominate. Early tests show 25% weight loss in under a year. Hype so intense, fakes appear on black markets. Italian firm Resalis's RES010 blocks fat-digesting genes, sparing muscle. Animal studies cut fat mass 15% in 10 weeks. Human trials proceed. Will these live up to the excitement or fizzle? It's uncertain. But in the battle for our waistlines,